What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be challenging myself to eat at only Michelin guide restaurants for the entire day on a $25 budget in China's most expensive city, Shanghai. Now I'm going to be rating the spots that I go to on three different merits. So the first is price, and the second is hype, like should you go there, and the third is taste. For breakfast, I headed down to a restaurant that has been recommended in the Michelin guide several times since 2020. For breakfast, I've come to this Hong Kong style restaurant and I'm going to be trying something that I've never tried before. I'm going to be trying the rice noodle rolls filled with twisted cruller. I've had twisted cruller before because that's a very popular breakfast in China, but I've never had it in a rice noodle roll, so that's interesting. This is my breakfast. I'm not gonna lie, it smells really good. They came with two sauces. This is a peanut butter sauce and this is soy sauce. So this white part, the outer layer, is the rice noodle part, and the inside is just the normal youtiao, which is fried dough. I think I'm gonna try with the sauce. If you've ever had youtiao before, you know that it's oily. So, to have something that's already oily, fried again, covered with rice noodle, it's a lot. It's way too oily for me. I mean, look at the chopstick, covered in oil. Taste, I'm gonna give it, I don't know, a 3. And then height, should you come here? I think yeah, because if you try other things, then you'd probably like this place. Sure, they don't have like 8 Michelin stars for nothing. Height, I'm gonna give it a 5. Maybe if I come here some other time and then I try other things, then I'd give it a different rating. But based off of my experience today, I'm gonna give it a 5. Price, I got it for 45 RMB, which is like $6.4. And cruller is a very cheap breakfast. Like you can get it for, I think in my last video I got it for like 4 RMB. So cruller is cheap and rice noodle is cheap, but this is a Michelin star restaurant. You don't expect to have it that cheap, but also not that expensive. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 for price. I mean, it could be cheaper, I think. I feel like it could be cheaper, but like I said, it's a Michelin star restaurant. You'd expect it. For lunch, I made my way to Nanjing East Street to try the only Michelin guide soup dumplings in the entire world. 来来小笼. There's actually a proper way to eat this. You have to bite a hole into it and then pour the soup out, because otherwise you're just going to burn yourself. So you bite a hole into it, pour the soup out, sip the soup, and then eat the whole dumpling. So now, here goes nothing. Oh. Oh my god. The broth is so savory and delicious, and the skin is really thin. Wow. I think my favorite part is the broth, because the broth is so delicious. I forgot about this. It's like a ginger dip. It's like an extra 1 hour. So I'm gonna try it now. You know what? I don't want to burn myself. So. Okay.
哦，16个，16个，对对。
And now I'm gonna dip it
16没打上。
in the ginger sauce.
哦，对，1号丢16号啊，这边6种没打上。
I think I prefer without the sauce. Now I'm going to be rating my lunch. I'm not gonna lie, it was very delicious. But if I'm gonna talk about price, I think it's a little bit expensive because I had 4 dumplings for like 56 RMB, which is around $8. That's a lot for just dumplings. But I do know that it has crab roe, and in China, crab roe tends to be very expensive. I don't know if it's that way in the entire world, but in China, crab roe is really expensive. Single price out of 10, I'm gonna go 5. Tastes, I'm gonna say that was one of the best soup dumplings that I've ever had, probably the best. So I'm gonna rate it a 9 for taste because I really enjoyed it. The skin was thin and the filling, especially the soup inside. Oh my god, it was so delicious. And the filling was also delicious as well. So I'm gonna give it a 9 on taste. And hi, like, should you come here? Yes, absolutely. If you ever come to Shanghai, or if you're in Shanghai, then you need to come here. Actually, there's usually a very long queue at this restaurant, like every single day. But because the typhoon has hit Shanghai now, so most people are outside, and I was able to. I didn't even have to queue. Usually, you'd have to queue for like 1 hour, 2 hours. If you're ever in Shanghai or you come to Shanghai, you need to try this. 9 out of 10.
And lastly, for dinner, I headed down to a noodle shop that has been part of the Michelin guide for 3 consecutive years since 2024. Zimei Wuxi Noodles. In this restaurant, you have to scan a QR code to place an order. So I got the beef brothy noodles with 2 eggs, and because I also had a little bit of money left, I added a Coke Zero.
For dinner, I've come to one of my favorite restaurants in Shanghai, which is called Zimei Wuxi Noodles, and I got the Wuxi style beef noodles with broth, and then I added 2 eggs. I've already spent $14.4 out of my budget, which is $25. The noodles with the egg was 64 RMB, which means I still had a little bit of money left, so I was even able to add a Coke Zero to my meal. I'm really excited to try this. I've had this so many times. It never disappoints. This is the brothy noodles. You can have the dry style noodles or the brothy noodles, but I quite like broth, so I always tend to get this one. This is the noodles. And also you can choose the texture that you want for your noodles. And this is the beef. Okay, I think I'm gonna try the beef first. The beef has a little bit of a kick to it, but it's not overpowering at all. It has a bit of sweetness as well. Very tender. Now I'm gonna try the noodles. So tasty, oh my god. The noodles are always so tasty. You can choose to add 2 eggs or 3 eggs, but I chose 2. When you add the egg into the broth, like the yolk of the egg, when you add it into the broth, it makes it super creamy. So that's what I like to do. 。
嗯，
Hmm. Okay, so now I'm gonna rate this. For taste, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. There was a time that I actually came here every single week just to have this. It's very comforting. The broth is amazing. The noodles are just the perfect texture, and the beef is spicy, but not the extreme kind of spice. It's just the right amount of spice. It's just so amazing. And I've never been disappointed coming here. Never. I'm gonna give it a 10 for Hype. If you're coming to Shanghai, I'm gonna say you have to come. And then lastly, for value, I would also give it a pretty good rating for value. I think I would say 8 because look at the amount of beef that it gave me. I know the bone is still in, but still, there's a lot of meat right here. And the noodles as well, you can actually add more noodles if it's not enough. If the one that I give you is not enough, you can ask for more and you don't have to pay extra money. So value for money is definitely there. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Hello. Oh God. Hey, you're so cute.
Okay, so that's it for this video, guys, and I'm really proud of myself because I managed to spend only $24.4, so I still have $0.6 left. And I really enjoy making this kind of videos because I get to challenge myself. And everyone says, oh, Shanghai is really expensive, Shanghai is really expensive, so I get to actually show you guys that you can find cheap things here for really good value. So yeah, let me know in the comments which meal was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.